So boys, first things first, I want to show you guys the proof for you to see that I'm not talking any bullshit. These are the challenges I've passed past 8-9 months, multiple challenges, over 10 challenges. So these are the certificates, and let's go into the step one. So first step, boys, it is a trading strategy, it is a trading edge which is backed by data. So if I zoom in, as you can see, this is my trading strategy. I set the balance 100k and I was in profit 26%, over 40 trades in total, and win rate 56%, average risk to reward is 2.4 R. So what I mean by trading strategy, because listen, most of you guys, you just trade without knowing your data. If you don't know your data, you are gambling. There is no point of trading if you don't know your data. You need to know your win rate, which, okay, in my case, it was 56%. My risk reward was 2.4, right? Which means this data, they are profitable. You need to take your strategy and you need to test. I tested 40 trades, as you can see right here. I tested 40 trades, and I advise you guys to test at least 40 to 80 examples of specific criteria, specific rules, and from this sample size, you gonna get some win rate, some risk reward. You need to have this data. Also, not only that, you're gonna also discover what is your average losing streak, average winning streak, what is your best day, what is my worst day, and you need to know all the data. I know for my strategy, 4 to 5 trades in a row is like maximum losing streak I can get into. So if I get to a losing streak, which is, let's say, 6-7 trades in a row, it can happen. That means it's not a strategy, it's my problem, it is my mistake. So you need to know all this data. Why you need to know what is your best day? Because on your best day you can size up. On your worst day you can size down. So first things first, boys. Step for you. Go on either TradeZilla, which is the platform I use, FX Replay, or TradingView, and go back test your strategy. You can either test my strategy, which you can find on my channel, or you can test someone else's strategy, it doesn't matter, and go collect the data. As I said, go test 40 to 80 examples to collect the data. Win rate, risk reward, average losing streak, average winning streak, what is your best day, what is your worst day, and once you've gathered the data, then we can go on step number 2. So boys, step number 2, pick a right prop firm. Because listen, there is multiple prop firms that their rules can literally fuck you up. Consistency rule, there is a trailing drawdown rule, they are maybe too expensive. I've listed my 3 top favorite prop firms at the current moment. I mean, there are 4. It's FTMO, Rebels Funding, Funded Next, and Funding Pips. So these are my top prop firms. Why? They got good prices, they got good account sizes, there is no consistency rule, and there is no trailing drawdown rule. Because what happened for me in the past, I've bought some accounts and I didn't check the rules, and the account was maybe even overpriced. I didn't check the rules, and what happened? There was a trailing drawdown. What happened? There was a consistency rule. Because of the consistency rule, I wasn't able to make money, because how I trade is based on risk reward, right? So the consistency rule was 30% consistency rule. And what that means is that, like, I need to get 4 trades with the same exact like win, let's say 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%. And I need to do it just for me to request a payout. Instead of with these firms, you can just make 1 trade with 2% and you can request payout like immediately. Also, I want to make this video a series, and I just not want to tell you how to get funded, I want to literally show you how to get funded. So what I did, I bought a Rebels Funding funded account. What I like about Rebels Funding, actually they got multiple different options. They got gold, which is a one phase challenge. They got silver, which is a 2-phase challenge. They got bronze, which is a 3-phase challenge, and copper, which is a 4-phase challenge. And also the prices, they are really good. And why they got these like bronze, copper, like if you are a beginner, you just don't want to hop into phase 1 or like 1-phase program or phase 2 program. Like you can train yourself and grab these one bronze account, which is like 3-phase program. You need to make 5%, 5%, and 5%. And the account is really cheap. I have it in check rounds, but this is like $350 for $80,000 account. And you have to make 5%, 5%, and 5%, 15%. It's almost the same as a two-step program. You got drawdown 10%, daily drawdown 5%, you got great leverage, you have unlimited trading days, reward is 80%, which is like a normal profit payout split. Minimum trading days is 5 minimum trades. You can see this is a 350 USD, like a normal price. And if you guys want, down in the description is gonna be a discount code, so you can use it for 12% off. So instead of 350, you're gonna pay like $320, and you're gonna get $80,000 capital. You can use it on copper, bronze, silver, gold. Depends on your skill level, depends on what you want. As you can see, I got a silver, I got a $80,000 account, and I'm currently in one trade, which I'm gonna be also breaking down in this video. But hey, let's continue on step number 3 right now. So step number 3, the last step, boys, is risk management plan. You need to know how to risk and what to risk. Because listen, what I used to do in the past, I used to always risk 1%, 1%, 1%. And I've spent in this challenge phase right here, I've spent there like 3 months. No reason for that. No reason for that. So the investment is like what? I don't know, let's say 350 USD. Okay, the investment is 350. There is no reason for you boys to spend here in the challenge phase 3 months. No reason. I would say like 1-2 months max. So that's why you want to be risking 2% per every single position. If you are more skilled, you can even risk 3. I risk 2 to 2.5. It depends. But I don't go lower than 2, like never ever. Minimum is 2%. If you are not that skilled, maybe go 1.5. But risking 1% with 10% drawdown, it is pointless, boys. So depends on the amount of the investment, but let's say the investment is going to be 350 USD. Spend max like 2 months. Like there is no point of you to spend more than 2 months in the challenge phase. So that's why I want to risk more. Then there is a verification phase. Also, I risk 1.5 to 2% per trade. It's still not a funded account, so you want to get these phases passed like ASAP. As the sooner the better, because listen, they are only the $300 investment, $350 investment. Don't just think about these accounts like $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 accounts. No, they are $350, $100 investments, $400 investments. So think about it like that. Okay, cool. My budget to invest into prop firms is $1,000 a month, which means I can buy 3 $80,000 accounts, just an example. So why would you be spending 3 months trying to trade these accounts like conservatively if you can be aggressive and you can make great money because you're gonna get to a live account real fast? That's what I do, and that is the best thing, because in the past I used to spend 3, 4, 5 months on a challenge phase, and it is a demo account, so there is no point, right? So 2% on a challenge phase, 1.5 to 2% on verification, and then live account, 1% max. At this point, there is no demo. At this point, you can actually make money. So let's say you got an 80K account. What you're gonna do is also, I got a challenge phase, A and B setups. You don't want to be taking like complete shits, but go a little bit more risky. Take A, take B setups. You can, right? It's a challenge phase, especially if your budget is way more than 350 a month. Then there is verification. Still go more like A setups, but you can take B+. And with live accounts, only A class setups. So you're gonna pass the challenge phase, risking 2% a trade, taking A and B setups. Then you're gonna pass the verification, risking 1.5 to 2% per trade, taking mostly A setups, but you can take B+ setups, which is 2 to 3 setups a week, let's say. Live account, only A class setup. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get a live account. Your risk is gonna go 1%, only 1%, not 1.5, not 2, just 1%. And you're gonna wait for A class setup. Payout frequency is 14 days, 2 weeks usually for every prop firm. At least for these prop firms what I trade with, right? There is 2 weeks payout profit frequency. So you're gonna wait for A class setup and you're gonna risk, let's say, 1%. So you're gonna risk $800. You're gonna wait for A-class setup. There is a high probability you're gonna win that trade, right? So let's say you're gonna risk 800 for 1.2 risk reward. Sorry for the drawing, boys. You're gonna win 1600 USD, which after payout profit split is, what is it? It's 1.280. 1,280 USD. What you want to do, you're gonna get that payout, 1.2k, and you want to go back and reinvest this money back into the live account, back into the challenges, excuse me. I advise you to do it. Take this money and let's say buy right now 4 of these $80,000 accounts. You have $320,000 worth of challenges. You're gonna be risking it aggressively. You're gonna be rotating in these accounts. Let's say you're gonna pass 2, you're gonna blow 2. From this point, you're gonna get 2 verifications, and then you got another $160,000 worth of prop firm capital. With this original 80, you are at $250,000 worth of funding, which at that point, 2R is $4,000 payout. At that point, 4K every 2 weeks is life-changing money. You don't want to go crazy with the money you're gonna make from these accounts, but of course, like, reward yourself, but mostly reinvest it to another accounts and try to scale your capital as much as possible. And that is exactly what I'm gonna be doing in this series. So as I said, this series, I'm trading the Rebels Funding $80,000 account. I'm in a trade on GBPUSD. So let me guys break down for you my trade right now. All right, so boys, as I said, let me break down for you this GBPUSD trade. So basically, if I remove all the drawings, GBPUSD is in this huge bullish trend right here. Whenever market broke above this market structure, creating a new higher high point, which means we are in a bullish market. So what I saw right now, basically at this current stage, this is my swing low and this is my swing high, right? So this is a push, this is a pullback. So in this case, what I saw, price, whenever price broke market structure to the upside, price came back and retested this previous market structure right here. Let me mark it out as yellow. And from that point, made a double bottom pattern, broke the double bottom, broke the structure to the upside yet again, and made a pullback. So basically, my first entry was break and retest of this high right here, because this is the neckline of the double bottom, and I thought that we might see the rejection of this. So this was my original entry with a stop loss right here. I used FIB for my take profit, which is the negative 27, which is around 2R, and it's also this daily wick, which I think we are eventually gonna get there. So that is take profit. And why I entered right there, as I said, price broke structure to the upside right here, resulting a what? New higher high point. I just waited for a pullback. At the market open Monday, I entered as a swing trade, so I placed my stop loss under here. Why? Because it is a swing trade and I want to be protected. So that's how I place my stop loss, and my stop losses right now are right here, and I scaled into this position right here. So basically, this, as I said, is my swing low, and this is why this white line is my swing high. So I know whenever price is pulling back, price is creating a downtrend, right? And whenever price is gonna break this downtrend, that means right now daily, H4, H1, and M30, every time frame is in sync. So whenever price broke above this small little market structure right here, resulting in a new higher high point on this M30 time frame, that is exactly when I decided to scale in. So basically, my original stop loss, which was right here, I moved the stop loss under this low, and I add a scaling position, exactly break and retest of this level. My entry is a little bit higher, and all stop losses went here. So basically, this stop loss right here went from originally risking $2,000, $1,600, 2% on that $80,000 account, $80,000 account, went from like $1,200. So I was able to risk another $400 on this scaling position, which I did. So I entered right here, risk 400, this stop loss, original stop loss, which was here, went here, was 1200, so I'm risking 1600, but my risk reward is way better right now. Currently price is looking like we might go lower, but it's 50-50 and it is based on my strategy, based on my trading plan, so everything was executed flawlessly. If I'm gonna get stopped out, it is what it is. But yeah, this is the trade, and TP still remains the same, negative 27, and maybe some partials at the highs, at the swing high. But yeah, that's with the trade. And as I said, I'm trading with a major direction, which in this case, as you can see, is bullish. I waited for a structure shift, not structure shift, but a broken structure to the upside right here. Also double bottom on our key level, which is a great sign. We might continue to the upside. Break, retest. Here was my first entry as a swing trade. Then I waited for lower time frame structure shift, M30, happened, boom, placed my buy limit on the previous market structure right here, placed my stop loss under the lowest low, and right now I'm letting it play out. If it's gonna be stop loss, it is what it is. If it's gonna be take profit, it is what it is. Everything was executed by a plan. So I'm gonna let this trade play out, and I'm gonna see you boys in a few. Another day, another dollar, and boys, as you can see, we are absolutely flying on our trade on GBPUSD. I've also took this buy position on EURUSD, which PNL I'm gonna show you in a minute. I've also sent all these trades on my Discord, and as you can see, I've informed my Discord yesterday that I'm going to be starting a brand new YouTube series, and every single trade that I'm going to be taking, I'm going to also post as a signal. So as you can see, here are the old trades. Here is the Euro USD trade. Here is the scaling on GBP USD, and everything is sent here as a Discord, as a prediction, and then as an official signal. So as you can see right now, GBPUSD is looking really nice, EURUSD is looking really nice. And if I go right here on my RF Trader, as you can see, I'm at Rebels Funding website right now, and here is the PNL. You can see balance is $80,000, but PNL is 3.4K. So I need 6.4K to pass it because I need 8%. Currently I'm around 4.4% floating. Here you can see the positions. USD, USD, and GBPUSD, multiple positions. This is the GU chart. Let me guys show you the EU chart. These are the positions on EURUSD. Here is positions, here is stop loss. Exactly as I said, exactly as I sent as a signal. So let me break down for you guys real quick the EURUSD chart as well. When it comes to EURUSD, it was similar as GBPUSD. I saw whenever price broke this market structure to the upside right here, price created a new high, right? So at this point, this was my swing low, this is my swing high. I mean, it still is. And price was pulling back and it was trending down. Let me go on H1 time frame actually. And price was trending down, as you can see right here. All throughout this range, price was trending down, and then price broke structure, as you can see on this H1 time frame, resulting a new higher high point. So at that point I was like, cool, we are right now bullish on daily H4 and H1, but as you can see, M30 was still trending bullish. I mean, there was a possibility of me like entering on this level with a stop loss under here, but I didn't do it. I waited for a M15 and M30 structure to shift first. So I knew I was bullish, right? Why? Because price broke this structure to the upside. So this is my push, and this is still a pullback. And right now I'm expecting another leg to the upside, right? In this pullback right here, price was creating a counter trend. Price was creating a downtrend. I zoomed on H1, and whenever price closed above this high right here with multiple candlesticks, I was like, cool, right now we are ready to push higher, to go higher. So I waited for price to pull back, and when I saw price broke structure again to the downside on M15 time frame, whenever price broke under this low, I was like, cool, let me wait for M15 structure to shift first. I also used my fibs from here to here, and this trade is still valid. unless we break the zero, the 100% of a pullback. So price was pulling back and price was trending down. And whenever I saw price broke this market structure, let me delete the fibs for you guys, broken right here to the upside right here, I placed my buy limit, and from that point price literally like flew. And yeah, my TP is like swing high, I mean internal high. This is a swing high, but I think my challenge is gonna be past maybe around here, because I have this and also like we have the GU trade. So if EU and GU is gonna go higher, and if GU and EU is gonna fly like both, I think we're gonna pass this challenge like real quick, because as you can see currently I'm floating 3.5k on all these positions. So I think maybe if price is gonna go somewhere right here, and on GU the same thing, if price is gonna go, let's say somewhere right here, it would be challenge pass. So yeah, that's basically it for the trades. You guys saw the breakdown, you guys saw everything, and also you guys saw the Discord. I post signals, analysis, everything here on Discord. So boys, if you would like to join this challenge and you would like to trade with me as well, link on my free Discord is gonna be down in the description. You can grab your challenge also with the discount link down in the description, and you can join this challenge. You can join the Discord, free signals, the same exact trades I take, I'm gonna be posting there, and we can pass this challenge together. So that's gonna be it for this video, boys. If you have any questions, type it down in a comment, and I'm gonna see you in the next part. Peace.